Hey, what's up? Peace and light.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much for coming on my channel. Just tell the people who you are and how they can find you.
Okay, you guys, what's up? Peace and light. My name is Traveling Sista. I have a YouTube channel called Traveling Sista. And yeah, I basically, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram at traveling underscore or traveling.sista. Sorry about that. Yeah, and I'm really happy to be doing this with you. I'm happy to meet you in on screen, almost in person.
Yes.
Feels like it's in person.
Yes. So, I really am curious about, what's happening over there in Tanzania. You're in Arusha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um
Yep.
about the coronavirus and how are you guys being affected by it and things like
Hmm.
that.
Okay, so the coronavirus here, as of right now, it's like 145 or 148 cases, something like that.
How many
And
deaths?
it's kind of odd because maybe 2 weeks ago it was right at 20, like 20 something.
Wow. So
So
that's right
yeah,
really fast.
yeah, it
Wow.
jumped. It jumped really fast in just a couple weeks. There's only been 5 deaths
Okay.
and 11 recoveries so far.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so that's pretty much the stats about it.
And are people like, especially with that type of jump, are starting to get nervous? Like, are they practicing social distancing now? Is anybody wearing masks? Like, what is everyone doing just on the everyday life? Like, how is life differently from before the corona to now?
Okay, so basically, to answer the first question, people have been talking about it since it, became world news, really. Like, I hear it everywhere when I go get my nails done. I hear it at the market. Oh, coronavirus, coronavirus, this, that, and the third. People are talking about it, definitely. But I mean, social distancing here in Tanzania is just really not even a thing. Okay. Like the markets are still crowded.
Okay.
The dollars, which are the little vans that are public transportation, still packed to the brim. Actually, the other day I was in this supermarket called Shoppers, and I did see a guy, like they have these X's on the floor where you're supposed to stand in line or whatever. I did see a guy purposely put one X between him and the person in front of him, and as they moved up, he moved up. So I was like, okay, bro, yes, okay, social
Trying.
distance.
He's trying.
Okay, he's putting an effort forward to do
Yeah.
that. Okay, so that was cool. But I see a couple of people wearing face masks, like a small handful of people.
Mhm.
But really, life seems to be pretty
It's
much normal around here. Like
like,
their people's movements are pretty much normal, but the economy has taken a hit because, especially here in Arusha, there's a
tourism.
lot of safaris. Okay, you got the Serengeti up here, you got Ngorongoro Crater, you got Mount Kilimanjaro in Moshi, like 45 minutes away. So it's like the tourists aren't coming.
Yeah.
So the tour companies aren't getting business.
Yeah.
Things like that. The hotels, no one's in there. Like we tried to go to a hotel to eat last week, and they were just like, "No, it's
No.
closed." The
Yeah.
whole hotel was closed. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, are the hospitals packed with these cases, or are they being like in New York, if you
Mhm.
catch the corona, what they're telling you to do is to stay home. They're like, don't come to the hospital. Seriously. Like
Man.
you would not think that we're a First Nation. Like it's ridiculous. So,
Mhm.
unless you have breathing problems, they're
Mhm.
literally like, no, you need to stay home and either you're going to survive it or you're going to die, you know?
You I can see that though, like just because one of my best friends, he had coronavirus and the doctor gave him some antibiotics and
Which
told him,
antibiotics does not cure a virus.
yeah, it doesn't. It
Anybody who's in medical would know that. Like, I cannot even believe I would have slapped. Okay. I would have
girl,
like throw those pills at his face. Like, are you serious? Did you really get a medical degree? Because anybody who's been in
girl.
any form of
Hmm.
medicine would know that antibiotics does not cure a virus. That's why you don't get antibiotics when you have a cold.
Girl, look,
It's not a
okay. I don't
bacterial
I
infection.
was surprised when he said they sent him home. I'm like, they
Yeah,
sent you home?
yeah,
What?
yeah.
Okay. But
It's
he's
happening.
good now. He's good now.
Thank
But
God.
I was
He
like, wow.
recovered.
Yeah.
Wow,
So,
that's insane.
the hospitals, though, the hospitals aren't packed like any more than normal.
Any
You
more than
see what I'm
normal.
saying?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said the food and everything is fine. So it sounds like you guys are doing really great. It sounds like it's not, I mean, we'll see, because that just like overly doubled in the past, like you said, like what, 2 weeks? So
Yeah, I was
you
so
know what I think?
surprised.
I think somebody had it, and that's the only way. Somebody probably had it, maybe didn't know had it or something, and then
Of
just
course.
spreaded it really quickly.
Hmm.
Um, but
But
that's how you get the big numbers and stuff. It's very scary.
yeah, but see, the thing is, the most cases are down in Dar es Salaam and in Zanzibar. And they're saying most people who are getting it and who are coming in are the tourists
Yeah,
that are getting it. I mean, that have it or whatever.
yeah.
And I'm not sure how true this is because I've heard mixed. I have heard mixed things about this. But anyone coming into Tanzania right now is subject to a 14-day quarantine, like mandatory.
So
You know what I'm
the
saying?
borders are still open for people to come in.
See, it's so confusing because one website will say one thing,
Yeah,
another website will say
every day
another
is
thing.
changing too.
Word of mouth, like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is really
Yeah,
organized when it comes to finding out information
it's
about
the same
right
here.
now.
It's
You
the
know, so
same.
like, because I heard that some excuse me, I heard that some airports are open to receiving foreign flights, but the problem is like, okay, I had a couple friends who were trying to come from the States and
Mhm.
come here, like just 2 weeks ago. And the States, they're allowing certain flights out, but where you're having the layover, they're not allowing any international flights. So the
Yeah,
flights would have been canceled.
yeah,
You see
because
what
I had a flight to Zimbabwe on the 30th,
I'm
and
hmm.
my layover was in South Africa, and they said South Africa was completely closed, like shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So that became an issue. So yeah, I could see that, because there's not a direct flight straight to Tanzania, right? Especially not from.
No, the only thing they have is the closest what they have is direct flights from New York to Nairobi, which is about 4.5, 5 hours from Arusha. So like
Yeah,
that's the closest you're gonna get to a direct flight. But the overland borders are closed from all of Tanzania, so
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So it becomes really complicated. So even if your borders are open, anybody who is coming like internationally, like from the States and stuff like that, is gonna have a problem getting through.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
definitely gonna be a problem. So what is the government like advising you guys to do? Like, are they in panic at all?
You know what? The government doesn't seem to be in panic. Yesterday, I saw an article and I heard on the news that President Magufuli is kind of he recommended that we take 3 days of prayer, to come together and pray for the whole situation and just put positive energy out there and stuff like that. I know they have hand washing stations everywhere. They're like everywhere. You can't find one store without a
Wow,
hand washing station.
that's amazing.
When you go into the supermarket, they check your temperature with the little temperature gun and everything. Like, so the government has put things in place to try to prevent the spread of the virus.
That's amazing. That's absolutely.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. And I think they should keep the hand washing stations up
Yeah,
too. Like,
even without the corona, like people are just like, nasty. Like, definitely. I always thought,
yeah,
especially,
they need to keep it up.
yeah, especially
Hmm.
when I like go into the grocery store just anytime, and I go into like the fruit section and all the fruits are exposed and they have the little baggies, and I'm like, I wonder who touched these. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, especially
Yeah,
there, they should
yeah.
have like a cleaning station, and then you could touch the fruits and
Hmm.
stuff like that. My friend from Australia just said to me that there was a woman in Australia that got caught like going like this, like licking her hands and
My God, people are so
touching
nasty.
and
Like,
touching all the fruit.
why? For what?
I know, like touching all
Oh,
of the fruit and stuff like that. And I was like, what? And I also saw a video of, I don't know where, but it was in the States, of a guy like a UPS guy spitting on his hands and putting it all over the packages. What is wrong with people?
People are, people are bored since they quarantine. They got to do something outlandish when they go out.
I don't understand. This is just crazy. It's crazy to me, like how. So I definitely 100% agree that they should have cleaning stations and stuff like that. And
that's gross.
Buy the fruit, definitely.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I've been hearing some crazy stories. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I saw a video of where these teens got apprehended by some security guards or whatever because they were like going and coughing on the fruit, like, like, you know what I'm saying, like playing around. But
all right, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? You expect that from a teenager. Teens are just stupid. Like they just do stupid things and stuff like that. But like for a grown woman,
full grown,
teens, they got loose screws. They just do dumb things.
Right.
But a full, and they think it's funny. Like they like fart and laugh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but like for a grown woman to do that and a grown man that works for UPS, like there's just no excuse. I can't wrap my head around that. I can make somewhat of an excuse for these people.
For the teenagers.
Yeah. I remember, I don't know if you saw, but there was like a whole bunch of teenagers who on spring break, they decided to go to Miami.
Yeah.
And they told them, they were like, guys, everything is closed. We're in quarantine. They were like, we don't care. We're going to have fun. We're going to turn up.
I remember that.
And then they all got corona.
Stupid. Yeah. See?
They all was in the hospital. That's why it went viral. Because you saw like the before of like, I don't care. Like I'm all about it. I'm partying, I'm drinking. And then in the next scene, you saw them in the hospital like, guys, don't do it.
Okay. Like it's real, you guys. It's real.
Yeah, but they're teenagers and their teenagers are just stupid, like, but you would think like a grown adult would have some common sense and to, take it serious. And you have to understand that, that food that we're buying that you just spit on is for our children, to say it's for our elders. It's for, what I'm saying? Like, I can't make sense of it. This is.
Yeah, and you're gonna get a headache if you try. Like,
it just does not make sense. But thank you so much for checking in with me. I'm so glad to hear about how things are going over there. I wish I was there with you guys because this situation here in New York is a hot mess and these people are not handling it well. And I'm just like, please, anywhere but here. Why couldn't I be stuck anywhere else where they just have it under control?
Look, I saw this video of this girl, like, I guess it's a challenge to go step outside on your front porch and take all your clothes off. Like, homegirl got naked on her front porch and was just dancing. Like, what? This is the challenge. People going out to their mailboxes butt naked, like. I seen a couple crazy videos. I'm like, yo, y'all are losing it.
I know that times are bored right now. Not if you have a child, but I understand that things are getting boring and stuff like that. But oh my God, why? Why? What's the purpose? Why? Oh my God.
Just to say you did it.
Just to be like, yup, I went outside butt naked. Like, that's not even fun. That's not even, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've done like something crazy like that, but I did it at nights. And me and my friends, we went skinny dipping in Costa Rica in the ocean. There was nobody around. And I just feel like that's a better story than to be like,
not in the hood, everybody looking out their window because they're bored and everybody
outside of my house. First of all, my neighbors, I do not want my neighbors to know, to see anything. That's one. I did it in a foreign country where nobody knew me, and also it was really late and nobody, like, we made sure.
Maybe that's a memory. That's something you're supposed to do there. Okay. Supposed to do that on vacation.
Yes. Maybe the security guard was there and
somebody looking out the window.
Yeah, maybe the security guard was there and maybe saw something, but we did it really fast. My friend actually got stung by a jellyfish.
I hope it wasn't in the sacred regions, okay? Because that would really sucked. That was
No,
really
it wasn't.
okay.
It
Oh,
wasn't, but she was like, damn it. So that was like the first time I've ever done anything crazy like that. But we looked around. Like we were like, make sure nobody is watching. And it was very dark. We was like, we just gonna get naked and run in the ocean. And we did, and it was amazing. But I can't see myself being like, you know what, I'm just gonna go outside naked with my neighbors.
Not around the neighborhood.
Today.
Not around
Like,
the neighborhood.
in Costa Rica, nobody spoke my language. I was never going to see those people again. And again, there was like, the only person that was there was like the security guy. And he was in his booth and hopefully he was sleeping. Otherwise, he definitely, saw some things.
Right.
Is what it is. I don't know his name. I will never see him again. But my neighbor is not gonna take that image out of my head.
Right.
So that's insane. That's crazy. That's So yeah. So thank you so much for coming on my channel. I cannot wait for us to meet. And
I know, me too. For real.
All that good stuff. I really can't wait.
Okay, me too. Yes, and you're so welcome. Thank you for having me. This was really fun.
How's everything going?
Everything going good. I mean, my family, so everything is okay.
And how is the corona? What's the situation with the corona over there?
It's not so bad because we had the coronavirus. It's been like 22 people already died.
22 people?
Yes. 13, I think, already like recovered. And right now it's not so bad, but the government is taking like all precaution to not make it getting worse like in other places.
What do you mean? What is the advice that the government has given you guys? Like stay inside?
Like right, we are, but actually they locked down the city.
Is it a full lockdown? Like you guys can't go outside at all?
You cannot go out. Yes, because you cannot go outside of the city. But going outside of the house, you can go. But there is no shops, only for food. You can go buy food. But there is one district is really locked down because their main can come inside. But from the district, they can stay home.
Okay. And are they providing you guys like masks and stuff like that? Like, are you guys like over here? It's like required for you to wear a mask.
Right now, in the place I am, is not really required to wear mask, and they don't provide us masks. You need to buy by your own.
Okay, but a lot of people don't have the corona over there. How would you say like life has changed since the corona? Are people acting different?
Yes, people are acting really different. Like I say, we really like to shake hands, like the way to greet people. But
Yeah.
right now, people are not shaking hands at all. And yes, people like to say like making little bit jokes like "Don't stand next to me" or things like that.
I think that's everywhere. I think they even have like memes online and stuff like that of like what's going on. Do you think that it's going to be cleared up soon, or you think that this is going to be like an ongoing issue?
Wow, I don't know. I don't really know, but I hope we can get like really better soon. I really just hope for it.
Yeah, and are most people out of work?
Now, not people. Like people here don't really work. There's no work at all. Only for people like nurses, doctor, and it's finished. And those who sell like foods.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do people mostly do?
Actually just stay home, try to relax. But it can be difficult from other people because my country is a developing country, and there are many people who can just survive by like they just get money day by day. So for now, I can think it's really difficult for them. But those who have jobs, it's like it's okay.
Yeah. So, and a lot of the income, does it come by tourism?
Yes, I can say it.
And there's no tourism now because everyone can't fly.
Yes, there is no tourism now. But actually, my country is not only tourism, it's also we have like many foreign factories right here. So I can say it's both, work for both.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like you guys, it sounds like they have things under control there.
Yes, it's look like, but actually there's many people saying like they should test everybody to know like if people do have it or doesn't have it. Because now they're just testing just not everybody, just some
And
people.
people who have symptoms, it's the same thing over here. They're just testing people who have the symptoms. Everyone is not being tested at all.
Yeah, but right now there's some people saying like there's asymptomatic people. I think
Mhm.
those who don't show symptoms. So right now it's like we don't know who have it. So you
Yeah.
might have. I don't
Are
know
you
if
are
it's
you guys practicing social distancing?
social distancing. Yes, it's like we use more people use WhatsApp to communicate here.
Okay. So people are not like meeting up anymore and people are staying like 6 feet away from each other.
Yes, but not every times.
Not every time, but most times. I mean, there's going to be a couple people who rebel, but overall, most people are staying their distance from each other to stop the spread of the virus.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good. That makes me really happy. It sounds like sounds like your government has it under control and is really trying, and only 22 deaths, I mean, that's really bad, but especially here in New York, we have so many deaths and people are like dropping like flies. So that's really good that you guys are having it under control and you guys are practicing social distancing and it seems to be working for you guys and hopefully everything starts running up soon and things go well.
Yes, we hope things get well because I miss like going see outside.
Yeah. Everyone does. Everyone wants to go outside. You don't appreciate going outside until you can't go outside. Then you're like, wow, like I really miss going outside.
Yeah, but actually, because also I miss someone particularly does the things.
Yeah, I completely understand. Well, thank you so much. I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing and see how everyone over there is doing as well.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye.
Bye.